Today I'm going to walk you through my content distribution strategy that turns one of my YouTube videos into 50 pieces of content without any additional effort. This is the same strategy the likes of Iman Gadzhi has used to explode his content production system and go from gaining 1,000 subscribers a month on YouTube to gaining over 300,000 subscribers a month. And it's something Alex Hormozi has used to make hundreds of millions of dollars with his businesses online. You see, businesses usually face two big issues with social media in 2023. The first is choosing a platform to create for that's going to generate the best results for them. And the second is publishing enough content to grow an audience and generate new customers so they can actually see a return on the time and potentially the money that you invest into creating all of this content. Learning how to create a system like what I'll show you today to properly repurpose and redistribute your content solves both of these problems with one go. It allows you to both create more content in less time to grow your audience faster across all your platforms. And with that added growth, you can generate more leads, more customers, and serve more people through both your content and your offers. Now, first things first, you're gonna need to create a pillar piece of content. And this will be the original piece that all of the other content is then derived from. To maximize the return of your time, you'll wanna go for something long form. A YouTube video, a podcast, a blog post, something with a lot of information. Now, pick whatever you're best at. If you're an amazing writer, go for blog posts. If you're a great speaker, do a podcast. If you're good looking, create a YouTube video. All right, the last one was a joke, maybe. However, my suggestion is go for either a podcast or YouTube videos because content where people can see your face or hear your voice is so much more powerful nowadays than just written word. And you can easily transcribe video or podcast into written word. However, you can't do the alternative without then going and filming. You might as well have just filmed it in the first place. Then you want to take a question that a lot of people are asking you and turn it into a video or a podcast. For me, everyone is constantly asking me about how to beat the algorithm on Instagram. So the other week I decided to create a piece of content around that. 15 algorithm secrets to grow faster on Instagram. Now, a wee bonus tip for this, if you create list style videos, such as that one, they become so much easier to repurpose. So giving away 10 tips for growing your YouTube channel allows you to create so much more content than a tutorial for editing YouTube videos or a vlog that might be a day in the life. Now, you do want to have a mix of both of these because the how-to videos and the tutorials can work really, really well. But that's just a little tip when you're trying to repurpose content, that list style videos work really, really well. Now, personally, I write out my content in Notion. I have a full Notion system, which if you want, I can reveal, just leave a comment and I'll put out the templates there if there's enough people interested, but that's where I write my content. Each time that I have an idea, whether it's an idea I get from browsing Instagram, a client win, something that I think of whilst reading a book, researching keywords, etc., I will add this to my document called writing. Then when I sit down to write them, I have a bunch of ideas ready to go. The next step is I will head to a local coffee shop, script out a video, head into the studio and record it, and the heavy lifting is done. But if you miss the next piece, you'll lose 90% of the reach in your content. Now that the pillar piece of content is created, we come to the most important step, repurposing. If you spend hours preparing a podcast or YouTube video, you go to a studio to film it, you pay for the studio, the editor, and then you just publish the podcast to Spotify or you just throw the video up on YouTube, you are pretty much wasting your time and money, not to mention destroying the potential reach of this content you have worked so hard on. You spend hours and hours to create one piece of content and you can spend a little bit more time or a small amount of money and 10x, 20x, even 30x the reach of that content, but you aren't. Silly. What you want to do now is go through that content and clip out short 10 to 60 second segments from it, then use those for short form video. In my example, if we go back to that, I gave away 15 tips for crushing it in the Instagram algorithm. I can then individually clip out each of these 15 tips to be short videos, all of them between 10 and 60 seconds long. And all of a sudden, now I've got 16 pieces of content ready to go, but we aren't done yet. Now, I don't have a blog personally, but the wee software tool that we put together, Continue.io, does. And because this business is in the same niche as my personal brand, I can just take the script for this video I use for YouTube, make a few adjustments so it is easy to read, and all of a sudden I've got a blog post as well as my YouTube video. But we still aren't done. We'll have a designer take the YouTube video and turn it into a carousel like this one here. If you're good with design, you can do this for yourself. If not, then you can hire someone on the likes of Fiverr, Upwork, or so on. Now, by this point, I've taken one YouTube video and squeezed out a blog post, a carousel post, and 15 short video clips. If I really wanted to go the extra mile and also post to the likes of Twitter, I could take the 15 points from the script and post all 15 on Twitter as well in the format of Instagram hack 1, but I don't really post on Twitter, so we're good for now. Now, phase 1 and 2 are done. We're on to the final part, and that is distribution. What you want to do is take that YouTube video, upload it to YouTube, add your title, thumbnail, description, tags, throw it into a playlist, add your end screen, and schedule it. Then you want to grab your folder of clips, bulk upload these straight to YouTube. Again, write out the titles and schedule them to roll out daily on YouTube. What I would also recommend is that when these clips go live on YouTube, you straight away jump into the comments and leave a link for the main video. So if someone enjoys your short clip, they can then easily find the long video. I know it is an absolute pain when I come across a short or a TikTok or an Instagram reel and I enjoy the little clip, but then I have no idea where the main video actually came from. A lot of people feel the same. So if you leave a link for your YouTube video, it is not only going to help your audience, but drive people back to your main video, which will actually boost your content in the algorithm. Now, you can then do the same on TikTok. You can just bulk upload those 15, copy and paste the blog article across to your blog, schedule the carousel for Instagram, and then add in your hashtags and location. And then a few days later, you can even take the same carousel and caption and publish it on LinkedIn, as this format of content currently works really well and you'll reach a different audience. Then a week or so later, rather than posting all of your clips to Instagram, I would look at the data that you receive from TikTok and YouTube and simply post the best performing half or top third to Instagram, as your average engagement on the platform matters a lot more than on the likes of TikTok or YouTube. You can post 10 TikToks that flop and get no views, and then the 11th one could go viral and get millions. So with Instagram, we find that the engagement of your previous posts matters a lot more. So you want to be a little bit more picky and only post your best stuff here. Finally, if you choose to do tweets, roll these out one per day, similar to TikTok or YouTube. And all of a sudden, one YouTube video has turned into a blog, an Instagram carousel, a LinkedIn post, 15 shorts, 15 tweets, 15 TikToks, and 5 reels. That's 50 pieces of content from one video. And this is how people like Eman Gaji, Andrew Tate, Alex Hormozi, Jay Shetty, and others blow up on social media. You may not like some of them, especially Andrew, but it's the marketing behind them that made them go viral. What these people will do is they'll go on a podcast, they'll give an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of content, and then they'll just clip it up into a million different clips to publish on social media to drive traffic back to that long form content, which is where they can really build their brand. Some of these people even go as far as creating multiple accounts on these platforms to each post their content, or even get their fans to create fan pages doing the same. I know Eman, for example, created multiple Instagram accounts, TikTok accounts, and YouTube accounts. So instead of one video becoming 50 pieces of content, he'll post that across all 3 accounts, and all of a sudden it's 150 posts. Now, that might seem like a ton of work, and yes, it is, but you can still do it on a smaller scale. But you can start doing this, repurpose your content, and get a lot more reach with only slightly more work. Because if you're going to go through the effort of creating a long form piece of content, you might as well make the most of it. Now, there are 2 keys to this strategy, and without them, you'll fail. Firstly, the original piece of content has to be great. You need to bring good information or good entertainment or some form of value to the person consuming it. You need to speak well, you need to produce it well. If you're boring without many results and the production is terrible, then it's not going to work as well. There's simply too much competition for boring content to win. You almost want to look at it like an upside down pyramid. If the initial piece of content isn't great, everything will fall over. Then secondly, you're probably going to need a team to do this. Now, like I said before, you could start small, which is what I would recommend you do. But then as you try to scale this up, you're going to want to start putting together your own wee team. Trying to produce and publish 50 pieces of content personally every week or 2 weeks, then checking the analytics to see what's working, whilst also trying to run your business or work your day job, will make you go crazy. If you understand content well, you can likely just create the initial YouTube video or podcast yourself, then have a team or a freelancer repurposing and distributing this content. If you're a business owner that's new to content marketing, then it'll be smart to have someone help with all of it. As an example, Alex Hormozi says he spends $80,000 a month on content, and it brings him more reach than $2 million of paid ads would do. Not to mention the rapport that comes from this content. Eman Gaji probably spends similar numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if he's spending north of 100K per month on creating his content and distributing it. I can just about guarantee he's doing at least a 10x return on this between his courses and his software businesses. However, like I said, you don't have to start with these crazy numbers. You can start with producing one YouTube video a week, aim to pull 3 or 4 clips from each video, and publish those clips across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. That's 10 pieces of content per week. It'll cost you a couple $1,000s a month to record, edit, and have all of that done for you. And if you run, say, an agency or a coaching business, or you offer some sort of B2B services and you charge $2,500 per deal, and this brings you a couple new clients per month, you're straight away seeing a great return, and the long-term benefits of this are massive. Now, this is a service that we offer with my agency, so if you do want help with that, then you're welcome to book a call below with me. We'll sit down, run you through a strategy session, see how we can help you, and take it from there. No harm if not though. You can also build out your own team and systems to do this. I've got a lot of videos on my channel that will help you with that. You can just start by hiring a video editor for a couple hours a month to help you cut up your content and start posting more. If you enjoyed this video, getting an insight into how I put together my content system, leave a like, subscribe, and comment anything that you want to see more videos on, because I'm more than happy to break it down. If you want those Notion scripts, let me know as well, and I will see you in the next one.